It has been amazing for my confidence and just me in general, meeting those new people, being given opportunities.
Just one of the young, bright minds celebrated this month at the Carson Scholars Award ceremony in downtown West Palm Beach. So many really celebrating the best and brightest this past month. I had the chance to connect with the founders of the Carson Scholars program, the world-famous surgeon Dr. Ben Carson, his wife Candy. They were joined by world-famous author James Patterson, who was invited to meet and inspire the scholars that evening. Patterson took questions from the super smart crew of young minds. He also donated some big money for a scholarship at an HBCU, also known as historically black colleges or universities. He told me during our discussion he's deeply interested in supporting HBCUs because they produce 80% of black lawyers, 50% of black teachers in our country. We talked about everything from reading to education to the all-important book ban debate.
Really important.
It's a celebration of super scholars motivated on this night by two icons who live right here in South Florida. One, the world's most prolific author, James Patterson, alongside world-famous surgeon, author, and former presidential candidate, Dr. Ben Carson. The two in lockstep when it comes to supporting outstanding students, those hungry to learn and read.
There's only one side here, which is move everything forward. Be positive about it.
And one of the reasons he's here tonight, we love to put in front of the kids examples of what you can do, what the human brain is capable of.
I caught up with Carson and Patterson for a quick chat about the state of education.
You know, the percentage of kids reading at grade level in this country is 43%, and it's going, which is a disgrace. And we can fix that. We can fix that.
Particularly if you get them reading at grade level by grade 3.
Yes.
It completely changes the trajectory. The rate of finishing high school versus dropouts. You know, it's very easy to sway and manipulate people who aren't knowledgeable.
We also asked this pair about their take on the controversial book debate across the country. We've all followed them.
I just don't see that it's an appropriate library book.
The petitions at school board meetings here in Florida and across the country calls for certain books with certain content to be removed from shelves, or, as I was shown more than a year ago in Martin County, repositioning books to other sections of a library, in this case, an area for older kids.
You know, I don't want a stranger telling the people in my family what they should read and shouldn't read. You know, every once in a while, rarely, there might be a book, you know, How to Be a Nazi at 10, get it out of the schools. But for the most part, we shouldn't be banning books.
We asked Patterson about repositioning books rather than banning them.
No, it's a book ban. They're taking the books out of the schools. Well, I'm sorry. They want to say it's, but that's a book ban. If you're taking the books out of the school libraries, it's a ban. You're taking them out.
If they're repositioning it to the area that
they're just full of baloney.
But there's a difference. There's a difference between literature, which I think is what this gentleman is talking about, and pornography. There's a difference between the two, and we have to be careful because in a developing brain, everything goes into it. It's like programming a computer. You never forget everything that you've ever seen, everything you've ever heard. It stays in there. And
the only trick with that is we're going to have to do internet banning then. We're going to have to do phone banning, and because it's around, it's there.
Well, so, there's no question.
Yeah.
What the children are exposed to these days is unbelievable. People say everything is the same. It's not the same. Nope. Which really is an alarm, a 5-alarm fire for parents to be involved with your children. Because that is so key. They have young developing brains. Children are naturally curious. They're very suggestible, and that's why they need parents to protect them.
Yes, parents should absolutely be involved. Absolutely. You should. If your 8-year-old brings home the Hunger Games, you say, oh, you know what? I don't think you're ready for that as an 8-year-old, or various other books. I don't think you're ready for that. I don't think, you know. So be involved. Be involved with what your kids are reading. Be involved with the internet. Be involved with their phones. Be involved with their social life. Absolutely be involved. That's a great thing.
That's critical.
That's a great thing.
Weaving between topics, the banter of ideas between these beacons of industry, rooted, we noticed, in one thing. Respect.
You know, but that whole notion is so attractive to me of opening your brain, opening your mind, being open-minded. which is to me one of, I mean, unfortunately the country seems to be going this way instead of like, no, let's listen, I want to hear what the other person has to say.
What a concept, right?
It's great advice, whether you have little ones or older ones.
Really, and it was so remarkable to sit and listen to them banter on these controversial topics, but in this very civilized and cerebral way. I learned so much, and so did the young minds who were there that night at the Carson Scholars program.
What were some of the words of inspiration there?
I'm going to post them on our website, but Patterson had a good one for kids. He said, this is my favorite quote. He said, it's not mine. He said, I borrowed it from someone else, but he said, my time here is short. What can I do most beautifully? That's how he inspired the young minds that night. And Ben Carson's answer was, the key is be persistent. He said, my mother always said, if we ever had an excuse, do you have a brain? Well, then you could have thought your way out of it.
I'm going to use that.
I know. I was taking notes for my kids, too.
Thank you, Shannon.
It was fun. Thanks.